So today I have decided to put together a list of 5 of my favorite things that would make great gifts for Misophonia for whatever holiday you celebrate or just in general for yourself. And some of these items, I would say you don't have to get them on Amazon. You can find another version. But these are just ideas of 5 things that I personally love and use to help cope with misophonia from a sensory regulation based theory. So I wrote Misophonia Matters. I'm Shaylin Hayes Raymond. And I talk a lot in my book about the sensory diet, which is something that occupational therapists use to help people with sensory issues to either calm down, feel energized when they're sluggish, or just in general deal with that dysregulation. So the first product, as I said, is in another video as well. I did a longer deep dive. These are Sound Pete's Opera, and I believe, yeah, they are the Opera 3. These are a great noise canceling earbud. I prefer them to my more expensive ones. I think they are excellent. They charge with USB-C. They are compatible with pretty much any device I've used. I use both an Android phone and an Apple phone. These work great with both. They are a fantastic product, I find. I also find that they are, how do I say this? Like the noise canceling is so good on them that I can't hear a single trigger if I have them on. And that's with like white noise playing or music or even a YouTube video. I've had my husband like sneak up behind me, not meaning to, because I just could not hear anything. There could be lawnmowers going, and that's my biggest trigger, and I just don't hear them. These sell usually for around $50 to $100, depending, what country you're in, etc. I absolutely love these. If you are an audiophile, you are not going to get, the best pure sound. But if you're a regular everyday person or someone with misophonia who cares more about noise cancellation, these are your best friend. And all links will be in the description. And these links are affiliate links, and everything goes to the International Misophonia Foundation, which is a 501c3 in the United States. So that was my first product, the Sound Pete's Opera 3. Now, the second product I want to talk about is this essential oil blend. And this is actually Cheer Up Buttercup by Now Essential Oils. I have been using essential oils long before the essential oil craze. Like, I love them. I get really sensitive to artificial fragrances. I get migraines, and this brand is really good. And you have to be really careful with essential oils because if you just order them from anywhere, it's really hard to trust if they're pure because there's no actual standards for production. And occupational therapists suggest essential oils as part of a sensory diet. And this is really up to your interpretation on what you like. They sell a lavender one that is really good. I couldn't find the bottle. Cheer Up Buttercup is one of my actual favorites. Now, this one is uplifting and calming at the same time, I find. Just smelling it, oh my God, it makes me so happy. I've put it in like little roller balls mixed with alcohol. Like I've, mixed it with rubbing alcohol or oil in a little roller bottle. And just the smell makes me feel really good. And this is bergamot, orange, lime, grapefruit, and lemon oil. If you love citrus, this is absolutely amazing. And, it might not be the best in a moment where you're stimulated since it is a, uplifting blend, but I find if like, if I'm feeling sluggish, like I've had a long day, I'm tired, I have no energy because maybe I've been exposed to triggers all day and I just need to pick me up. That one is amazing. This is kind of like a little aside. This is also Now Essential Oils. This is their peppermint, and it is to die for. Like, it is a sweet, rich peppermint. It reminds me of those little white candies, the ones that people have in a jar in their home. These are really good. And This is my favorite peppermint oil, I think, on the market, and I have a lot of peppermint oil. This is a giant jar of peppermint oil. This is Nature Loves. I think this company went out of business, so I got just a bunch of it at Winners in Canada, which is a Canadian store owned by TJ Maxx. So the next product kind of goes with the essential oils, and this is a little car vent clip essential oil. Sorry, there's cat hair. There's always cat hair. It is an essential oil holder. It's got a little pad, and these pads are all removable. You can get new ones. They're actually just like little pieces of thick felt. And currently have peppermint in there. This is one of the green felt pads. You can get any color you like. These also come as necklaces that you can wear, bracelets, etc. There's so many things, but I'm specifically talking about this vent clip because it's pretty cool. I've actually put this on my air conditioner too, so that it would like put the calming scents, in my face. I often use peppermint for migraines, so I've put peppermint in my car, and I just really like the air rather than the diffuser because I have pets and I feel like it's just, safer that because they can't get to this and there's no droplets in the air like there is with a diffuser. So these are usually pretty cheap. You can look on other sites if you don't like Amazon. I have yet to see these in person, but a local store of yours might sell them. And honestly, I just love peppermint. I have worn the necklace ones before, but they are a little bit heavy. So if you're sensitive to heavy necklaces, this is kind of a cool way. You could also just, have it in lava bead bracelets. Those exist too. That's pretty cool. But this is great for cars or clipped onto a fan in your house pointing at you. My air conditioner is usually like right in front of my desk because there's a window right in front of my computer. So I often just clip that on there. And it does need air to kind of blow to get it to you, but it has these little holes in the back so the air goes through and you get that nice scent. So this is one of my favorite things. I had never even thought to look for them until one day I was just like, how can I put essential oils in my vent? So the next product I want to talk about is this super heavy weighted blanket. It's got like a Sherpa plush side, and I specifically am reviewing the Sherpa one because, oh my God, sensory wise, this softness, I just want to touch it. And the other side is like a plush microfiber. My cats are addicted to both sides. They always feel it. It's kind of hard to show you the whole thing. This is I think it's like a single, like lounging size one. So this is enough, I find, for in bed at night to cover all of me. I don't use it every night because I do have some chronic pain, and I do find that it's hard on the chronic pain every night. So if you have chronic pain, be mindful that a weighted blanket every night is a lot. But if you've had like a super stressful, hard day, the weight of this on your body is just so good. And, weight is something often recommended by occupational therapists. However, there is a caveat. Weighted blankets, you must get the right weight. So for kids who are 70 pounds, that's 7 pounds. If your kid is 120-ish pounds, that's 12 pounds. 15 pounds for 150 pounds. In the adult range, 100 pounds would be a 10-pound blanket, where 300 pounds plus would be a 30-pound. So as you can see, like 200 pounds, you'd assume like 20. There's that relationship there. And this is actually very important because that's how much is safe, and you do not want to use the wrong kind. So I will put that chart up on screen because if you are buying for someone else, you have to be really mindful of the weight. Now, I would suggest not having a large, like queen or king size, because each person should have their own, even if they're sleeping together, because it is specific to the body weight. This one also actually has a hood. It can be worn like a almost like a snuggie type deal. So there is cardboard on it. Sorry, my cat was eating cardboard on the blanket. And this one is so soft. I honestly kind of wish I didn't get the version with the hood because I find it, I don't know, it weirds me out when I'm laying on my bed and there's just like a hood at my feet. That was heavy. Okay. I think I'm not going to say how much that one weighs because a lady never tells. And the final product that I want to talk about is a weighted eye mask. And like the weighted blanket, this is also super calming, super soothing. It feels good on the face. I don't know if it's good or bad for wrinkles. I don't really care about that. I know that wearing like silk eye masks are supposed to be good for that. I do like silk eye masks too, but I've been using this weighted one for I think like early summer every night. And I kind of love it. I do wish that it came in silk. So I might link a product that's similar that comes in silk because I think that would just be like way better for the skin and the face. And I'm actually considering buying a new one, but I will also link the fabric one. Oh my God, it feels so good at night and it blocks out all light. I basically sleep in a sensory deprivation tank. I have like mountain rain noise, max volume, earplugs in. So that's like a little like bonus. I highly, highly suggest getting silicone earplugs specifically because if you look at these, they are these little like balls, but I can split one into two. They fit perfectly. They'll last me forever. They are reusable, they are washable, but after a while they get kind of gross even trying to wash them. So, I throw them out after a while, but oh my God, these in my ears, they block so much sound. They're squishy. I have allergies to foam earplugs, so absolutely never wear those. These you can get like the Mac brand, or I really like the PQ on Amazon. I will link that as well. Um, I cannot live without these. Like I actually have panic attacks if I try to go to bed and I don't have this. So that's kind of like a little downside. Like when you get used to sleeping with things like this, it can be hard to stop. So these, like I said, this eye mask I will link, and I will also see if there's another version I can find. So these are just some products that I think are really good, and some honorable mentions that I don't have on screen that or I don't have to show you mostly because I'd have to go through my house. You can get a diffuser for these scents. That's really good. And I'll also link our Misophonia article, which has, a bunch of products that have been reviewed over the years by different people with misophonia and those links too. So I think if you're buying a gift for someone with misophonia, you have to really like think about that person, think about, things they've told you they liked or things that they wish they could get but are maybe a little expensive, things that make their life easier. Like these best thing I own. And some people might not think that the cheap brand on Amazon is better than Bose, but I will die on that hill. I'm sorry, Bose. These are better. I mean, I'm sure Bose sounds great to people who love bass, but I don't. I would say this is like my number one product I have bought. I've bought it twice, the older version. Also, an honorable mention is Bludio. I've also heard really great things about Amazon. They have a brand of earphones that I've heard great things about. Let me see. Soundcore Anchor Life. And those I think are $40 in the US right now, and they come in many colors. We actually have a giveaway on right now if you are watching this before December 6th of 2024. We do have a giveaway. I will link to that as well. There are, I think, 4 different products that you can win. And that does end on December 6th, so that the 2-day Prime shipping or whatever shipping could get there before Christmas if people want to use stuff as a gift. That giveaway is only eligible for the US and Canada. My apologies to worldwide. This is just a restriction of the Amazon accounts that we do have. So my apologies there, but this is only US and Canada. We are a US based nonprofit, but I am in Canada, so we do kind of have coverage of both of those. So I will link all of these things in the video. And if you have a product that you want to review, please contact me. Please let me know. You can go to Misophonia International and you could submit your product review. These reviews are not, just to sell things. Yeah, we have affiliate links that donate to the foundation, but I don't care if you go to Walmart. I don't care if you go to CVS. I don't care if you go to online websites that are cheap. I won't name any because I don't want to market those. But I personally don't care. I will say if you are buying essential oils, I would not buy these on cheap wholesale websites. iHerb is really good. Amazon, as long as it's a trustworthy brand, like your local stores, Bulk Barn often sells essential oils, but please don't get essential oils from, untrusted marketplaces, because that is actually really unsafe, especially if you're putting it in roller balls with your skin or in diffusers, which you breathe in. I highly suggest that you get safe essential oils. And I know I would not overpay either. Please don't buy them from like MLM sellers that will sell you this thing of peppermint for like $300. This one, I believe, was like either 12 or 15. Same with this one, depending which country you're in. I obviously pay a little more because I'm in Canada with the exchange rate. You could go to TJ Maxx. They often have essential oils. I would say, they usually have trustworthy brands. I really like Nature Love, but I do believe that Nature Love has gone out of business, but TJ Maxx does have like some of their stuff left. So if you want to look for that, or if you're in Canada, Winners, what is the other brand that they own? I'm trying to think. Marshalls. Yes, Marshalls as well as TJ Maxx. So those are just some products that I love. I find really soothing. I'd also say, like, if you're American, I'm super jealous of you because I found Dollar Tree and I absolutely love Dollar Tree now. Dollar Tree has these Freeman face masks, and I don't know if they're on Amazon. I've never checked. These are amazing. They also have a dupe at Dollar Tree for $1.25. This like Be Pure jelly is like a dupe of the Glow Recipe, and I love Glow Recipe. But this is a really good dupe, and it was $1.25, and the Glow Recipe ones I think are like $11. And just to prove that I love Glow Recipe, this is here. Sorry, I'm just like showing random stuff now because I got excited. This Glow Recipe, I actually like, I bought it, obviously, a skincare, but I like it for sensory reasons because it makes my skin just feel like, I don't know, like kind of tight and like refreshed. And I find that really relaxing. So I actually just ended up, I had a sample and it just felt so good and so soothing on my skin that I bought, more. Also, another shout out to Dollar Tree. They also have these. I don't understand the lip masks, but the eye masks feel really good. These are just really cheap sensory things and like, kind of self-care, but also I find you might hate it because we all have different sensory needs. But I find putting gooey things on my face just makes me feel really refreshed and really relaxed. And I like putting on nail polish and stuff like that. So even like quote unquote self-care things, anything that relaxes you can help your sensory system. So with that in mind, I would say you don't necessarily have to just think sensory to buy gifts for someone with a sensory disorder. What do they enjoy? What do they love? Get them that, you know, an album or, if they like vinyl, the vinyl of their favorite band because music's really good. Anything that that person loves and brings them joy can help their nervous system. And I think that's a point that I really want to make. And I hope you enjoyed this video. As I said, all links will be below. I hope you have a wonderful holiday season. If you're watching this before December 6th, please do join our giveaway. And I hope you have a fantastic holiday season, regardless of what you celebrate. And thank you for watching this video. I hope you found it helpful.
The International Misophonia Foundation offers a free Misophonia holiday survival guide. Download the guide in the description.
The International Misophonia Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit registered in Missouri. The IMF is currently conducting research and is in need of support for our goals. Did you know that just $1 can run our server for machine learning for 1 hour? Every dollar is 1 hour of research. To donate to the IMF, please click the link in the description. Every single donation matters, no matter how big or how small. Thank you for your support. If you need resources for misophonia, you can find them on www.misophoniafoundation.com. We provide many free resources to the public as part of our mission goals.